everyone and welcome back to my channel. For today's video I'm going to take you through my project pan. This is going to be my 6-month, technically 8-month update because I'm a bit late with filming this, but I haven't been feeling too good lately, so I haven't actually had the energy to film all of this, but today I'm feeling pretty good. So I'm going to start with the one product that I don't have here because I started with I think 50 and one of them has gone missing. And it's the Maybelline Baby Lips in the peach one. It's the purple one. And I really like that one, so I'm kind of sad that it's missing and I have no idea where it is. Unfortunately, I've moved my room around and I haven't actually found it tucked behind anything. I really liked that one and I was hoping to, use it and use it up this year. Then I have the products that I have used up and I have 13. One of them is my Nivea Men Original Moisturizing Aftershave Balm, and when I first got this, I loved it as a primer, but recently I just hate it. I've hated it as a primer for, I think, the entirety of 2017. And I recently tried it as a primer and again I just had to take off my makeup, start all over again because it just didn't work. The way I have used this one up is to use it as its intended purpose, and this is a aftershave balm, so I usually put this on my skin wherever I've shaved, whether that's under my arm or on my legs or in my bikini area. I've put this on my skin. I have not had any red bumps or irritation afterwards, so it works for what it's supposed to work as, but it did not work for me as a primer. I then have my Body Shop bronzer here, completely gone, and this was more than half used to start with, and this is my all-time favourite bronzer, and this is definitely going to be a repurchase for me. I love it a lot. It's the perfect sort of shade as well for me because I'm super fair. I then have two of the Fresh Sugar lip treatments. I have the shade Petal as well as the shade Rosé. I could have also easily finished a third one, but I'm sort of saving it because I think I have a dupe. But these two are amazing. They are really nice and hydrating and moisturising on the lips. Keeping on the lip colour trend, I have finished my Revlon lip butter in the shade Peach Parfait. You can just keep screwing this and it just stops there. I can't get any more out of it. And I like this. I really like the Revlon lip butters, but this shade had glitter in it, which is why I put it in my project pan because it was the one I reached for the least. Then I have my Maybelline Baby Lips in Cherry Me, and this was the first Baby Lips that I got and I really liked it. It's really nice thin formula, so it doesn't feel super sticky on the lips and it kind of feels a bit more slippery. But I like them. I don't think I'm going to repurchase just because I don't really reach for tinted lip balms anymore. Then I have two non-tinted lip balms here. I have the Ben & Jerry's Mint Chocolate Cookie, which I think I just finished like 2 days ago, as well as the Tarte lip balm, which is from I think it's a Monastery. Both of them are completely empty. I love these a lot. Both of them had a sort of minty feel to it. Obviously with this one I think had peppermint in it. I would definitely repurchase the Tarte one. I don't actually know where you can buy this one because it was a gift. They really kept my lips nice and hydrated through the winter, through the summer, and I have very dry lips to start with. Then I have two pencils here. I have my Eyeshadow Natural Eyebrow Pencil. I can't sharpen this anymore, so I can't actually use it, this is my favourite high-end eyebrow pencil. I also really like the NYX Micro Brow one, but this has lasted me like years. I think I've had this for like 3 years. This is the first ever eyebrow product I got, and I think it is amazing. So if you have the money to spend and you find a shade that works, the Shiseido Natural Brow Pencils are amazing. Then I have the tiniest ever lip liner, and this is my Milani Colour Statement lip liner in the shade 03, which is nude. This is so amazing. This is my favourite lip liner formula. I'm definitely going to be repurchasing this shade. I'm going to be repurchasing all of the shades unless there are any that I know I'm not going to wear. The colour is beautiful. I love this on its own. I love this underneath lipstick. This is definitely a repurchase for me. So is this one, if I can find a colour that works. This is my MAC Pro Longwear in the shade NW20. Pro Longwear concealer, that is. And W20 is about 3 shades too dark. I love this when I am using foundation or concealer during the summer. I tend to pump this out and apply this all over my face as a foundation with a sponge, and the finish on my skin is beautiful. It lasts all day. I remember using this when I was in Florida a couple of years ago, and it just lasted all day on my skin. It made my skin look kind of flawless, and it was super easy to apply because you literally just squirt it out on my hand, and I just applied it all over my face with my Real Technique sponge, and it would hold all day on me, even in the humid weather in Florida, and I do think I might repurchase this one sometime in the future. The last two products I don't think I'm going to repurchase. The first one is the Bobbi Brown Skin Foundation Stick in the shade 00 Alabaster. And this is the best colour match I think I've ever had, but I didn't really like it on my skin. I found that it doesn't have the coverage I wanted. I could build it up and use 2 layers and that would give me, you know, the coverage that I liked. But it was a bit too much work for me, and for the price of this, I was kind of hoping it would be better. Then it's the Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara. I hated this. It did not work well on my lashes. It just clumped them together. It didn't hold a curl, and I didn't like it. That's the products I've used up. I'm going to put them back in the box for the sort of end of the year thing, which is going to happen hopefully before the new year, sometime in December. But let's move on to all of my, I call them my butterflies because this is all of the products that I wanted to try and get more use out of but not necessarily use up. I have 3 lip products. I have the Neutrogena Moisture Smooth Colour Stick in the shade Bright Berry. This is amazing. This is beautiful on the lips. It's nice and hydrating. The colour is beautiful and is a really bright pink. The reason this is in this part of the project pan is because I find myself gravitating a lot more towards brown tones, not necessarily these pink tones, but this has been used a lot this summer and it's beautiful. And this is actually the dupe product I was talking about, along with the Fresh Sugar Lip Treatment in the shade Tulip. Obviously this is a lot more expensive and you can see I have a little left in this, but colour wise they are pretty similar, and I do find that they are both nice and moisturising on the lips, they're hydrating, they wear pretty much the exact same way. The other lip product here is my Clinique Chubby Stick Intense and Hefty Hibiscus, and I love this one. This is my only true bright orange shade, and I've been wearing this a lot. I took this with me to Copenhagen. I've been using it a lot this summer because I love bright orange lipstick. The reason this was in the project pan is because this is a little older. I've had this for a long time. And the last lip product is a lip liner. This is from MAC in the shade Cherry. And this is just a really pretty blue toned red. I love wearing red lipstick, especially during the autumn winter, although I do kind of wear it all the time. And this is great underneath red lipstick. It also works really well on its own, and the reason it was in my project pan is because I don't use this too much. I have a tendency with red lipstick to just pick one up, slap it on, don't bother with lip liner. But I bought this for a reason and it is really, really good. Then I have 2 blushes here. I have the one from Milani, the Baked Blush in Bella Rose, which is a bright pink, and I have a Topshop cream blush in the shade Flush. I've been using this one a lot more during the summer. It's on my cheeks today. And I've had this since I was in London in 2013, I think, 14. But it's beautiful. It's still creamy, it doesn't smell weird, it hasn't turned funky. It looks really nice on my skin and I just really like the finish of this. The reason I put this one in here is because I don't really know why I bought it. This is a crazy bright pink. I think if you have a deeper skin tone or if you are a lot more careful with your brush, this looks beautiful, and it does look beautiful on the skin. It's a really nice sort of just come in from the cold bright pink, you know, blushed cheeks. This is super pigmented and I have a similar shade from Tarte. I don't really wear both of them that much. I love the baked blush formula from Milani, but this colour is just not right for me, which is why it's been in here and I just haven't really reached for it. The last face product is from Isadora. It's the Face Sculptor in Warm Peach. If I can open it. It looks like this. It has a bronzer, a blush and a highlighter. I love the highlighter in this one. As you can see, I've used it a lot. I've also created a nice dip in the bronzer. The blush I find to be not really pigmented, so it doesn't really show up that well on my skin because I do have to layer it. And the bronzer is a little bit warm on my skin tone, so I can only get away with this during the summer if I'm using a super light hand. But the highlighter is beautiful. I love the formula. These powders are super nice and creamy. Then for eyes, this is a MAC Paint Pot in the shade Painterly, and I've been using this a lot as a primer. You've probably heard a lot about this. It's a really nice neutral shade. It cancels out all of my veins and stuff on my eyelids, and it helps avoid creasing with other eyeshadows that I put on top, so I do love this one a lot. This is an eyeliner from L'Oreal. This is the Calorie in Midnight Black. I don't really wear a lot of black eyeliners, but this is super creamy, looks beautiful in the eyes, it stays put on the waterline. But again, I don't really wear black eyeliner a lot because I do find that it's a bit too harsh on my eyes, and now I actually have 2 black eyeliners. I then have 2 of the L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadows, and I have one with the butterfly sticker and one with the one this is the one I'm meant to use up. But these stickers were on the other one, so I have swapped the stickers because I really love this one as an inner corner highlight. This is in the shade Hourglass Beige. It's just super shimmery, and I decided I have nothing really like this one, so I wanted to keep this. This one I don't really reach for that often. I'm just going to talk about it right now, which is why this is in the project pan. I believe this was limited edition. It's called Sweet Strawberry. It's just a really pretty sort of a rosy red. But I love this when I first got it. I don't really reach for it that much anymore, so I want to use it up or give it away. Lastly, I have two e.l.f. palettes here. I have the big one in Comfort Zone and the small one in Walking on Eggshells. This is beautiful for every day, just a sort of simple look, and I find that this looks beautiful on the eyelid. It sort of brightens and opens up the eye. This is beautiful also on the eyelid if you like something a bit darker, but this also works in the crease. Even though it has a bit of shimmer to it, it does work really nicely in the crease, and this is a beautiful brow bone and inner corner highlight. The Comfort Zone palette is probably, it has one of my favourite shades in it. It's a beautiful sort of a rose gold copper shade. It's so stunning. I can't get over how beautiful this is, and I love this side. The reason I put this in the project pan is because I rarely reach for any of the colours on this side. I love this one, this side right here, and I've made a pretty big dent in that one and that one, and I'm getting somewhere with these two as well. I just don't reach for this side that much because they aren't really my shade, and I find that the black one is not as pigmented and smooth as the other one. And this insane duochrome one, again, it's just not something I reach for. I'm now going to move on to all of the products that I am aiming to use up this year. I then have the Benefit High Beam. I hated this at the start of the year because I could not get this to work for me. It's a super pink highlighter. I have it on my skin right now and I do actually really like this, but I have to be super careful because if I apply a very small amount, usually with either my fingers or a sponge, that works the best for me. On the tops of my cheeks before I use any form of powder, this looks beautiful. But the second I put powder over and try to blend this over top of powder, it takes away coverage of the foundation and it just looks like I have a streak missing of makeup. If I put too much of this on, even if I haven't actually set my face with powder, it does take away the foundation and the coverage, so I don't think I'm going to be repurchasing this one, but I have found ways to use it now and I am okay with it. I don't hate it as much as I used to. Another product here that I've sort of changed my mind on, this is the Nars Sheer Glow in the shade Gobi. This is almost my perfect colour match. It's a bit too yellow, but I have a love-hate relationship with this foundation. Sometimes this looks beautiful on my skin, which is the reason why I haven't purposely used this up already, because I do want to save it for my birthday, Christmas, New Year's Eve sort of special occasions, and I hope that it's going to go on well. I'm not going to be repurchasing this one. This is just way too expensive for what I want and what I'm looking for. Whenever I use this one, I never know if it's going to look good or bad. Although the colours are good, I just don't like the formula. I love the finish, but I don't like the formula. I then have probably my favourite matte eyeshadow ever. This is MAC's Wedge, and this is beautiful. I love to use this in the crease. I love to use this in my eyebrows when I want something a bit more bold and dark. As you can see, I've made a pretty big dent and I am pretty confident that this is going to be gone by the end of the year. I then have the other MAC paint pot. This is in Bear Study. I used this today and I still don't like it. I find the only way I can use this where it looks acceptable is with a flat shader brush. With my fingers, this just looks patchy, it just looks dry. I can't put anything over the top because that too will look patchy and dry. So this is one of those products that I have kind of given up on. I used it today to try, but I just can't make myself wear this one. I can't make it work. So I actually think I'm going to say goodbye to this one today and give this to my sister because I think she likes this one a lot. I just can't make it work and I'm done trying. This is a Body Shop lip balm. This is from a Christmas edition, I think 2-3 years ago. It smells amazing. This is in the frosted cranberry scent. And I've held up for this one for a long time because I love the scent, but there's no point on holding it and keeping it in my collection if I don't plan on using it. I really want to use this one during December, during Christmas, because I just love the scent and it really reminds me of Christmas. I then have this tiny eye pencil from Badge Quo. I have no idea where you can get this. I got it as a gift. It's a beautiful dark browny coppery thing. The lid is completely cracked. I still use this. I really like it. I'm not going to be repurchasing this just because I don't know where I can but also because I'm not a big eyeliner fan. My eyes doesn't really like it when I wear eyeliner. This is the Clarins Instant Light. As you can see, I've used this one up a lot, and this is one of the products that is definitely going to be gone by the end of the year. Then I have this one. This is the L'Oreal Caress Lip Stain in 101 Lolita. I don't like this, and this is almost empty. I am tempted to just throw it in the empties box right now, because whenever I have to use this, I can't really, I have to go back in 2 or 3 times just to cover my lips. And whenever I do that, it sort of patches up and balls up, and it just doesn't look cute anymore. Then I have the MAC lipstick in Fanfare, and I used to love this. I've been wearing this a lot in August, just because this is sort of this has become my August mission. It's a beautiful sort of neutral pink. Lastly, I have my third project thing for August, and this is my Kate Rimmel Lasting Finish by Kate in the shade 01. It's what I have on my lips, very sheerly and almost completely gone because I've been eating due to emptying the memory card, but it's a beautiful, beautiful true red colour. I love the finish, I love the formula, I love the Kate Moss lipsticks, and if I find this shade again, I will probably repurchase, even though I do prefer lipsticks, especially red and dark ones, in a more matte formula, but this is amazing. Then I have this one, and I don't like this. This is the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer in the shade Just. It's the green one. This does nothing for my skin. I can't really wear it underneath foundation. It doesn't colour correct. It makes my skin feel smooth. That's about it. And then I have this one, which I have sort of changed my mind about. This is the Rimmel Professional Eyebrow Pencil in the shade Hazel. It is what's on my eyebrows today. It's very, very dark, and it's super, super creamy. So it's a bit too creamy of a formula for me personally. Then I have the L'Oreal Lip Caress in the shade 200, which is Princess, which is a beautiful, beautiful orange shade. I don't really like it anymore. I loved this when I first bought it, but it's a bit too difficult to wear because if I apply it, it's going to come off when I eat. I can't rub my lips together, and I tend to do that a lot, and that just balls up the product. It looks patchy, it looks weird. If I want to reapply, I have to wipe away what's on there before, or else it's going to go on weird and patchy. I'm going to continue, you know, trying my hardest, but I doubt I'm going to finish this by the end of the year. And even if I don't, I'm going to throw this away because this is getting old. I then have my 2 mascaras. I have the Max Factor 2000 Calorie Waterproof Volume, which is one of my all-time favourites waterproof mascaras. It gives me great length and definition and volume. It's what I have on my eyelashes today. And I have my Tarte Lights Camera Splashes, which has become my favourite mascara, along with the CoverGirl Super Size. This is amazing. It's a beautiful waterproof mascara. It makes my lashes super long, super voluminous, but it doesn't clump them together. This is the Sun Coat Mineral Eyeshadow in the shade Chocolate, and I hate this product. First of all, I hate the packaging. The colour is beautiful. It's a very cool tone brown, but the packaging is ridiculous. It used to come with a little brush in here, but I've taken it out because the brush was completely destroyed. You were supposed to use that to put the eyeshadow on the eyelids, but you would get incredibly much fallout. So I've taken that away, and when I use it now, I just tap it onto the back of my hand, put the shadow on with my fingers. I find that that creates a lot less fallout than using a brush because it is a loose pigment. Then I have this one. This is the Pierre René Single Eyeshadow in the Pearl Finish in number 38, which is a beautiful copper shade. I find that this is very similar to the Kathleen Light shades that I have from Colourpop, and I just prefer the Colourpop formula to this one, and this is also ancient. This is one of the first makeup products I ever bought. Then I have my Gosh Waterproof Mineral Eyeshadow sticks. I have the shade Brown, I have the shade Green, and the shade Rosé. The brown one is the one I have made the most progress with. I barely have anything left in that one. I've used it today, I loved it, I've had it for years. It is my favourite cream shadow formula probably because it's pigmented, it's creamy, glides on the eye super easily, and it blends out really nicely and stays put. The pink one is the next one I've used the most of. It is a beautiful pink, but I have a lot left in this one. There was a point when I loved pink eyeshadows and, you know, pinks and purples and stuff. I do now prefer more brown and coppery tones. I'm still going to aim to use this one up. I'm not sure if I will make it. This one is my least favourite of all of them because this one is a beautiful green colour, but it blends away and looks a bit more patchy when I use it on my eyes. I don't really wear green eyeshadow, so I then have my Maybelline Eye Studio Lasting Drama Gel Liner in the shade Black. I can barely get this thing open. This is super, super old, and I'm surprised it's still creamy. I don't have a lot left. I've sort of collected everything in a lump over there. But this is the only gel liner I've ever tried. I like it a lot, but I don't wear a lot of gel liner, which is why this is in the project pan. The last 2 products here I don't like. I am so close to just throwing them in the bin and not using them. First one is an Accessorize eye pencil in the shade Petrol Blue. It is a beautiful sort of turquoisey blue colour, but I'd never wear it. And this doesn't last well on my waterline, which is where I usually put it. I am just gonna throw that away. I'm not gonna use it. We're coming into autumn and I just know what colours I like, and blue isn't one of them, so this is gonna go in the finished bin because I don't want to play with it anymore. Same with this one. I'm gonna throw this in the finished bin and then throw it in the trash when this is done, because this is the worst cream eyeshadow I've ever tried. I'm not sure if it's the formula, if I got a dud, because this is really dry. It swatches beautifully. It's this beautiful dark rich brown which has a little bit of reddish shimmer to it, or glitter, but this blends out and away. And it doesn't play well with powder shadows. I can't put them over the top because it looks super creamy when you know, apply it, but then you go to swatch it. And the colour just goes everywhere. It goes patchy, it doesn't look cute, and it's just too dry to put anything over the top. And I'm not sure if it's just the colour, if this is the entire formula, because this is from Kicks. It's the cream shadow stick and it's supposed to be long wearing. I can't get this to look cute as a liner, as a cream shadow on its own, or with other stuff over the top, because as you can see it just doesn't blend well. So that was my 6-month, but really 8-month update on my project pan. I've made decent progress. I feel I've, you know, finished 13. I'm going to throw 3 more in there just because I hate 2 of them and one of them is basically done. I'm going to use up all of the products that I can. Ideally I'm going to be able to use up more than 20, which would probably make this about half. And I have sort of made a mental note that 50 products is too much. Thank you so much for watching. If you have a project pan going on yourself, do tell me down in the comments below what the products you're trying to use up are, or leave a video link if you have a video on it. I will leave my original one up in one of the corners, and I will see you again very, very soon with a new video. Bye!